Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bongekile. I would like to share just a story about my background. As a young girl growing up in Mpumalanga, Nelspruit, in a small town called Drukopis, I always had a dream from what I've been seeing where I was living. I wanted to move out of where I grew up. I wanted to do things better. I wanted my life to turn out different from what I've been seeing. So after completing my matric in 2008, it was a huge disappointment to me out that there was no system. When I told my parents that I completed my matric and I passed, I needed money to go to Johannesburg like other of my peers to look for school accommodation and the likes. My dad looked at my mother and said, I thought she would fall pregnant like the other girls in the village and go with and live with some family and have children. And then I wouldn't have to worry about spending my money on her. Even if I had the money now to give it to her, what would I gain from giving it to her? How am I going to benefit from it? Isn't she going to end up marrying someone and going to live with another family anyway? So I was so disappointed to hear such words from a parent. I wondered why. Why would that be me? And then I told myself that I will prove my father wrong. I will not be like the others. I'll break the norm in my village and show young girls after me that you can do better. I got a job in a local bakery with my first salary, which was 800 rands. Imagine in 2008, 800 rand salary. I had to help my family with grocery and other expenses in the house while my dad was working. His salary went to drinking alcohol and things that went with it. After a year of doing the same thing, I was tired and emotionally drained because I could see that I was not happy with the life I was living. I realized that I needed change. Otherwise, I would fall pregnant and I would end up with 5 kids that I can't even afford. I mean, I was barely able to feed myself, let alone having kids. So in the company that I was working in, I heard that they wanted to extend the bakery and open another bakery in Matatia, in the Transkei. So I applied for that position and I got the job. I was so excited to hear that I'll be living in that place. So I asked my mom to speak to my dad on my behalf to allow me to go. And what he said was that, what if she doesn't come back? I don't want my kids to be away from me. What if she doesn't come back? And my mom told me that he's not happy with it. But what I think you should tell him that is that you are just going for 2 months and then you will come back. And he agreed because I said that to him. So moving away made things better for me because I was no longer in the house to see what was going on. And that enabled me to save some money through post office account. I enrolled in Boston City campus in 2012 for a technical financial accounting course. And after completing the course, going home was no option for me because I knew where I was going back to. So I told myself I'm going to stay here and look for a job. It wasn't an easy task. I had to volunteer in companies just to gain office experience. I did 4 months 4 months volunteer work for an auditing company in Berea. And while I was doing that, I was lucky enough to be called by another company that was looking for a data capturer. So in a way, it was working. So this experience taught me a lot about life. I learned that if I wanted to change my life, I needed to make different and hard decisions. I needed to look and even create opportunities for myself because no one will hand them to me. If I wanted to have the life I dreamed of, I needed to make sure that I further my studies, and that helped. I am humbled that Tshani Consulting CC and my work mentor, Dashika Makan, they felt that I would benefit in this program. And they were right, not because Dashika was in the program last year, but because I believe that with their direction, this can work for me. I remember the first day I met everyone on the orientation day. Part of my introduction was, I'm an introvert, I'm shy, I don't like speaking in front of a lot of people. And imagine today I'm standing in a full room that has people that I'm just looking at suits and I'm scared. So my point is I am able to do the presentation today without biting my fingers, and even though I can still feel the knot in my tummy, I'm 1,000 times better than when I did my first presentation in front of my Rotary colleagues in the first day. I would like to extend the warmest hug to my mentor, Romy Nodier, for all the hard work in making this work through the busy schedules, pandemic shutdowns, and the other personal obstacles. She is a hero to me. Unfortunately, she couldn't make it today, and I'm happy that I was able to be paired with her. She used this one ingredient that I needed in my life this year. God will bless her. I am where I am today because of the choices that I made 11 years ago. My plea to all of you is to find that one thing that drives or motivates you. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you need to have enough passion towards it, and you will succeed and make it a reality. Don't be shy of where you come from. Believe in yourself and know that you are the only person who can make change in your life. To the investors and everyone else who made this program a success, please continue and do it. It is worth it. Take it from me. Don't stop with just us. Just with the number of mentors that are in this room today, imagine the change they are going to create in the communities that they are in. That means a promising future leader for South Africa one day, and we need that in South Africa. Thank you so much.